Hi Royal family, Prince Phoenix here. Thanks for tuning in. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. Okay, so it's day 3 and we did our pre-op tests today. Ooh, this video might be a bit long, so please forgive me ahead of time. So what happened today, so after I did my last intro to my last video, we went downstairs. It was about 7:30 in the morning. We got picked up here at Somerset. I got to meet some of the other sleevers who are fantastic girls. They're amazing, and I'm so grateful to have met them and to go through this journey together. So they're great. Love you girls. So after that, we met the delightful Opal as well, who's the tourist information concierge down here at Somerset. And he came up to me saying he wanted to be my best friend. To be my best friend because he's been watching my videos, which is fantastic. Like, you know, it's interesting getting recognized. It's kind of unusual as well. So after that, we then went on to the bus to the hospital, which is about 20 to 40 minutes away. Not very far at all, to be honest. Okay, so we're here. You had to hand over our passports and IDs and fill out some forms, as you do. And then one by one we started going in to do our testing. So the first thing that they get you to do is obviously a blood test. So that's what this little fella is here hiding. So they put the little the little needle with the little tube here, and that stays with you till surgery. And I thought that was going to hurt because I've never had blood drawn from my fist, so I usually have it in the arm. But it wasn't really that bad for me personally, and I've got a low pain tolerance, which is why I've been scared about this whole journey. After this, we then went and did x-rays. We also did the EKGs. I think that's it. If I'm wrong, forgive me, I keep saying the wrong acronyms. But that's where they kind of test your heart rate and everything like that, which isn't that scary. And you do urine tests as well. So when I did my urine test, because I have been fasting since 9:30 last night, I found that I wasn't able to pee very much, but just enough to get into the little vial that they give you, which was good. Then after this, we kind of went down the hall to go and speak with the chest doctor and just go over, information about the surgery itself. And after this, we then went to go get the camera down the throat. Now, this is what was scaring me the most about this whole journey, probably a little bit more than surgery, only because, going under scares the living bejesus out of me. But what happened there was, we went into a room, you're lying down, you're with some of the other sleevers at first. I was one of the first ones in there, along with another lady, but I was the first one to go into the surgery, so I was really terrified. When I got in there, it's nice and cool. I think M. Dodds said in her video that it's the coolest place in Thailand, and it kind of is. And for me, who likes the cooler climates, it was perfect. So you go in, I was feeling a bit at rest, but unfortunately, what they do is they spray antiseptic down your throat. It's a lot stronger than when you have a cold, and you actually do go really numb to the point where you feel like you are not breathing. So, I'm trying to breathe, going, don't panic, breathe through your nose, and that's what you do, just breathe through your nose. And then what happened was some of my saliva started going back down my throat, so I was coughing it up, and I had to lay on my side and spit it out. But after that, I don't remember anything at all. I fell asleep. and the next minute I woke up and I could hear the other girls talking in the room, and I thought they had all been as well, but apparently it had only been a few minutes. So it's good because, you know, you come out of it real quickly and you feel a lot more relaxed. Well, at least I did. You feel like really, really good. Like you've just had a really long sleep, but it's only been like 5 or 10 minutes. So it's a really good experience. So if you're worried about that side of the testing, don't be. It's quite good. After this, then what we did was we kind of went back downstairs, spoke to another doctor, just to go over a few more things about your personal history, etc. Then after this, we then went to do the ultrasound testing. So with this one, it's a bit hard because you need to pee, but obviously they don't want you to because they need to see inside you. But we found that we hadn't drunk enough because we've been fasting. So they got us to drink water, which at first is the most amazing thing after not drinking it for so long. But then what happens is that you start feeling full from the water, and then the nurses kept coming out and telling us to take more and more and more. And so I think in the end, like the cups of water are like so big, and they're not very big at all, but because you're drinking it so fast and you're trying to get it in, I think it was about 6 or 7 cups I ended up drinking, and you just feel so sick. You feel like you're gonna vomit all the water back up because you're just so full and you feel like you're gonna burst. But then you go in and it's fine. You lie on the table, they do the ultrasound, and that's fine. So then after that, came back out, being reunited with the others and my partner, who's been freaking incredible, being there waiting for me all those hours and being really supportive. And I'm really proud of him because he actually started comforting other people as well, which is really good. And I found myself being a lot braver than I expected. I thought I'd be emotional and be like the emotional wreck, but I found myself being supportive with other people. I think that one of my instincts is to be like that with people, and that kind of just kicked in, so that was good. But I'm really proud of my partner, because he didn't have to support other people, but he came in, he was caring like he does always. He always cares about people, and just wanted to make sure everyone was okay. Like I said, we bonded with our slave family, so it's really good. It's a really, really good experience. The nurses are fantastic, so kind, and the language barrier is really nothing at all. So then after this, after a while, we pretty much were able to go home, which was good. So we got driven back to the hotel. I then went to go do a few errands, but mostly came back up to the room and just had a sleep because I was so tired. I think emotionally you get drained because you're psyching yourself up for these tests, and you want to be okay. That you kind of wear yourself out a bit at the end. It's like taking off a suit or something like that. When you come home, I just needed to lie down, so I had a bit of lunch. By the way, I've got a bit of a tip for you guys, and one that my friend Zarin gave me, so thank you, Zarin. When you have the pre-op tests, if you have a support person, or even if you don't, go down to the Sunset buffet if you're staying at Sunset, ask for a takeaway container and fill it up, or put food in, whatever you want to eat. Take that, put it in the fridge, and when you come back, fridge is that way, but when you come back, have that for lunch and you'll feel so much better. So that was good because I had something to eat and I didn't have to worry about going out and getting it and stuff. So that was really, really good. So thanks for the tip again, Darren. And then we woke up and just been lazing around the apartment, just relaxing a bit. Tomorrow we've got a free day, so we might go to MBK and do some shopping with the other girls, which is really fantastic. We're also talking about going to the Safari World to celebrate my birthday because I actually come out. Well, actually, we all get discharged on the 11th, which is my birthday here. So that should be exciting. It's looking positive. I'm not worried about the surgery on Friday as much as I was before. I think before this morning, I would have been about 9% terrified, which is, a lot less than I was before. And there were a few times, I'm not going to kid you, where I almost backed out of the surgery or I wanted to cancel. I didn't. I thought I've got to get through this because there are a few health issues that I've got to sort out. And I'm really, really, really proud that I had. And today kind of cemented that feeling in knowing that I'm doing the right thing. It was a really good day. Really good day. One thing I've been asked a lot in private messages, not just from you guys, but also from family and friends. The coronavirus situation that's happening, honestly, over in Thailand, it's really good. Like, you know, it's quiet because, you know, I think the tourists are a bit scared at the moment to fly in, which is a real shame because these people are fantastic and so beautiful and welcoming. But over here, they're taking precautions like you've never seen. You know, the hospital, they wouldn't allow anyone in that had a fever or, you know, well, they were testing everyone for fevers. And they had so many precautions, wiping down everything. The nurses even came around a few times through the day giving us hand sanitizer, which was good. And there was a sanitizer everywhere. I carry a lot anyway. Everyone was wearing masks, the staff, and a lot of the public are wearing masks, Australians as well, you know, New Zealanders, you know, British people, not just the local Thais. A lot of foreigners are wearing masks as well, which is interesting and good. But everyone's really precautious. So, you know, everyone's taking the right steps to kind of combat this disease. So if you are a bit afraid about coming over because of that issue, don't be. They're treating it, I think, a lot better than what they are back home, if I'm going to be quite frank, from what I've heard. So, you know, don't be nervous about that. You know, it's going to be okay. You know, and at the end of the day, you're going to be in a hospital, so you're probably the best place for it. But I feel a lot better about everything as well. You know, and I don't think it's really much of an issue. Another question I was asked was about the language barrier. There's not really too much of one. Yeah, I mean, not everyone speaks English here, and that's understandable considering it's not the first language of the Thai people. However, people are accommodating and people try to understand you. One suggestion I would give is to download Google Translate, and then you can just type, you know, a question and you can just show them the answer. I know a lot of people will probably roll their eyes and go, well, that's common sense, but you'd be surprised about how many people don't actually think to do that. I actually did it when I had my pedicure. Yesterday, I actually wrote in the message, this is my very first pedicure, you made my feet look great, and I'm really happy with the service you gave me. And the girl was so taken aback by it. She was like really happy, you know, so you don't realize how much of a difference it can actually make. What else did other people ask? How did I find the experience at the hospital? Well, I've kind of mentioned that already. But you know, my nerves aren't that bad. You know, I thought I was going to be a wreck today. I was quite good. And that's not to say you probably won't be a wreck, because you know, this experience is different for everyone. It's very tiring, very stressful. I booked it back in December and it's now March. So I've kind of had a while to mentally prepare for everything. So I'm actually impressed with how much I've actually prepared myself without realizing it. So it's not too bad. So I'm going to end the video here, but I just wanted you guys to know how the pre-op test went and to know that I don't have to do it tomorrow, which is great. My friend Zarin is coming from Australia. It was meant to be a surprise. She was supposed to come on my operation day and surprise me, but she's actually flying in, and she told me to cheer me up. So thank you for coming. I can't wait to see you. And we're going to do some shopping tomorrow with the girls at MBK hopefully, and see what Thailand has to offer us. Anyway, so once again, thanks very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Every YouTuber says it. But thank you very much for believing in me, and for all the support I've been getting is fantastic. So thank you so much for everyone who leaves a message. But don't forget to comment and let me know your thoughts about the surgery, any questions you may have, or any kind of things that you want to see me do more. I'd really appreciate all the feedback. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to be you. Bye.